So last year, in the beginning of 2020, I did an exhibition at the Lilliput Gallery. Some of my abstract pieces. It was a wonderful experience.
Sorry,
can I just stop you there? Can I just stop you there, please?
Shut up. Nope.
No, that's not a real exhibition.
No,
is it?
don't give it away.
No.
Nope.
So no, this is not a real art exhibition, but it is an art exhibition as well at the same time. This was actually a project at the beginning of 2020 that I started called the Lilliput Gallery, and it's an art project called Not All That It Seems. And the idea behind it is that what we see on the internet, especially on social media, is not all that it seems. That a lot of the, especially on Instagram, and a lot of the images that we see are either fake or they're a real stretch of the truth. And there's a lot of stories of YouTubers having to perform and not be their authentic selves. And I think that this is becoming something that I just really wanted to make people aware that it's very easy to look at an image on Instagram and just think, that is exactly what you're seeing. That you're, in this case, you're seeing an art exhibition, and it looks real, and you don't often take the time to look closely and think, is that exactly reality? Is that exactly truth? So the idea was to actually take this around the country and do mini exhibitions and take photos and videos so that people could use them on social media and either be authentic and tell the truth, or use them as, saying they did an exhibition, which is still the truth, but also not quite what it seems. And unfortunately, 2020 took an unexpected turn, as we all know, and it got put on hold for a very, very long time. But I've actually redecorated, rewired, got the electricians in and actually worked on this and actually added different areas to the little gallery space, and hoping to relaunch very soon for artists to come forward and exhibit. It's completely free at the moment to exhibit, and the idea is to send some high-res images, and then I print those up and shrink them down into tiny form and take photos and videos like a real exhibition, an online exhibition. So just to bring awareness to the illusion of the internet and the images that we see. And it's been a really, really fun project to work on. So, and my abstract paintings, which are real abstract paintings, but they're not as big as the image the gallery suggests. They are quite small. Well, they're small and they're small. I'm getting very confused now. But it was a really, really fun project to work on. And if you are interested in taking part, if you are an artist, then do head over to the Instagram page for the Lilliput Gallery. I'll put the link in the description below, and send me a DM, and then hopefully you can have your very own exhibition, a real exhibition, just not quite all it seems. So, and if you'd like to learn more about the project, then more is revealed over on the Instagram page, and hopefully this can grow into quite a fun project. But meanwhile, in other news, my desk is actually just getting messier as the weeks go on. I thought we would actually move now to maybe finishing off this from last week when we were doing the miniature paintings. And since last week, I've done a few more little miniature paintings. I did some of these live on Instagram, so do check me out on Instagram if you don't already, if you have Instagram. And I thought in this video we would do 4 more little pictures and then finally take the horrible yellow tape off and see what we end up with. So let's just put the camera into a better position and also tidy up my desk somewhat. I did these the other day, which are really lovely. Just changing the subject slightly. I find these are really, really good fun, especially as I'm doing a little bit more abstract work. It's just getting some colour palette ideas, and I pick 3 colours, and then what I do is I mix the first 2 colours together and water it down to get this colour. Then I mix these 2 colours together and water it down to get this colour, and then the first one and the last one mixed together to get a 3rd colour. And it's just a really great idea to experiment with colour, and if you're going to work on a painting, especially an abstract piece, it can give you some sort of ideas of colours that work together, that go nice together. So these are actually in watercolour, but they're really fun to do and also really aesthetically pleasing to look at. So but I'll quickly show you actually my little abstract painting that I did. So this is a little abstract painting that I was working on a few days ago, again just postcard size, but I'm hoping to scale these up to much larger canvas pieces soon, and it's been really fun actually doing more abstract work, and maybe I'll do a video in more detail about abstract if you're interested in learning more about abstract art and how to approach it and get started with it. But let's move to our little mini canvases and finish these off, shall we? So I had some lovely feedback and comments in my last video. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm really glad you enjoyed watching my videos. And I just wanted to reply to Candy, who left a lovely message. Do I do many winter scene paintings? And I don't do a lot of winter scene paintings, but I have done a couple recently, and I said I would show them to her in this video. So if I can just find amongst the chaos where I've actually put those, and I think it's in one of my little homemade sketchbooks that I made. And if you'd like to know how to make these Perfect Mound sketchbook, then I'll put a link in the description to that. Is actually a tutorial, so showing you how to make these. It's really simple, but this was a little watercolor painting that I did. I think it was actually on Christmas Day I did this painting, so it was quite sort of appropriate for winter. But this is a little winter scene that I did, and I do have another one as well, somewhere a larger canvas. Let's see if I can find it. Where did I put it? Where did it go? I live in chaos. Okay, so this is another one I did as well a few weeks ago. I think it was the end of last year, a little wintry scene there. And I really enjoyed painting this actually, because I did struggle a little bit with the trees. Trees are never my forte. I love drawing trees, but I hate painting trees. But I really enjoyed doing the snow on this one and adding the sort of cooler shadow parts. Cooler? Snow is always cool. So I really enjoyed painting the shadow parts as well with these bluer sort of darker parts of the snow. And so yes, there's a little snowy scene that I painted if you are curious. And also thank you to Rachel, who commented definitely for collage journaling videos. So in my last video I talked about taking some of the little paint palettes that I have, which I use just baking paper for my palettes, because they actually keep the paint slightly moist as well, so I find them much better than these sort of commercial palettes you can buy. And so in the past I've actually kept these and I've used them for journaling. And what I do is I cut up just tear up some of the colours and then make some collages and paintings out of the leftover bits. So yeah, I will do a video on that journaling technique, collaging, and see if we can make an ocean painting using all my leftover ocean water palettes. But let's move to this final piece. So we're going to pick 4 paintings today, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with probably starting with a sort of mountain scene. We'll do a little mountain scene down here, shall we, to begin. So let's zoom you guys in and let's paint a little mountain. Okay, so I think that's about as close as I'm going to get to this tiny little canvas. And today I'm going to do some kind of quite sort of, I was going to do pinky mountains, wasn't I? But I think I might just do some bog standard mountains. Okay, so I'm just going to be using 4 colours for this tiny little mountain scene. And we're going to start off with some titanium white, which isn't actually a colour. It's I remember my art teacher in school and college always used to say that black and white are not colours, they are shades, because white is all the colours together and black is the absence of all colours. So, but for the sake of this video, we're going to call it a colour. So we're going to use some titanium white and some Payne's grey, which is my favourite go-to colour. And because we're doing mountains, we're going to use some burnt umber, so just some brown. And then because it's a sort of wintry scene, I'm going to use some ultramarine blue for the sky colour. I tend to use an ultramarine blue for wintry, cooler skies, and for more summery, sort of tropical skies, I tend to go for a cerulean blue. So let's get those on the palette and let's do a little sort of time-lapsey video music thing and see how this goes. It's a super gloomy day today, but hopefully you guys can see okay. And I'm going to get my tiny little flat brush as well. And we've got our 4 colours ready to go. So let's see if we can paint a tiny, weeny little mountain. Okay, and there we go. There's our tiny little mountain scene. So all I've used there is some of the ultramarine blue with some white, and then I used the brown just to do an overall, just get the shape of the mountains in, and then I went over in, that was mixed with a little bit of white just to make it a little bit lighter. Then I used the pure dark brown. What brown was it? I used the burnt umber just to make parts darker, and then where the snow is in shadow I used the titanium white just mixed with a little bit of Payne's grey to make it look like it's in shadow, and then just pure titanium white for the snow that's in the sunlight. So, and then that's it, nice and quick. So let's see what other 3 more little paintings we can come up with, and then we can take them all off at the end. So I think I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do now. There's maybe a little starry night sky. There we go. I think that'll do. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the last one. But it's supposed to be like a little sort of watery scene at sunset, but with a very pink sky. But there we go. There are our 4 little pictures. So I'm just going to heat up the tape a little bit with a hairdryer, and then let's do a tape peel. There we go, that is a little collection of tiny paintings. 12 tiny mini little paintings which could go in the mini gallery. But if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to take part in the exhibition, the mini exhibition, and you're an artist and you're interested in exhibiting there, then do head over to my Instagram page, the Lilliput Gallery, and I will put a link in the description below if you want to go check that out, and just send me a DM, and I will see you soon for some more arty fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.